Guys, Michael Giroux here for J215. Just finished up project number 2, people, places, and things. The goal for this project was to capture different people, places, and things in different settings on campus that are unique. And by that, I mean not just things that are unique here on campus, but along with that, things that are just unique and go overlooked in everyday life, and just getting good pictures and audio of those settings. So for this project, you will notice that I was able to better edit my pictures. On the last project, I only edited them in the photos section. I didn't edit them in WordPress. I didn't know how to, but this time I figured out they needed to be bigger, and I made them a little bigger. So you're going to see some bigger and better quality pictures just because of that. But getting started with the project here, first I did the portrait, and that was a picture of my roommate, Brad Johnson. The funny thing with the portrait was that I didn't know we could do someone that we knew. I thought it had to be someone we didn't know, and I originally did someone named Ahmed Khalil that I met at the library one day. He was looking for directions to the animal sciences laboratory, so I helped him out. And I asked, hey, could you help me out in return? So we sat down in the main library in the back room, did the portrait. I got out of there. But the problem with that was I lost the audio on that. I didn't record it properly, so I had to go back in, recruit Brad, made the adjustments there, and I got a good audio clip with him saying his favorite thing to do is play basketball, and that picture was taken at our dorm room in Newman Hall. The second picture was a real-time picture where we just get a picture of a group of people or just people doing things in their everyday life. Again, those things that go kind of overlooked, unnoticed. So I got a nice picture in the Newman Hall Dining Center of a group of people finishing up a meal. One student is getting up to leave the meal. You can see the kind of empty-ish plates and bowls at the table, and you can see the more discussion, the end of the actual eating discussion going on there. Then there was unusual angle, and I think a really unusual angle, it wasn't necessarily an unusual angle from a photograph perspective, but it's an unusual angled location, and that's the undergraduate library here at the UIUC. Just the fact that it's underground, you can just get a nice picture. I took one in the corner so you could just kind of capture everything, just going across like you're still above ground and you got all those people trying to study below you. So what I wanted to do with that too, I wanted to get a shot there of where you can go in the library and you can go down to the underground floor, and I wanted to take a picture going up, but I guess the doors are locked there for the winters. But that would be something for kids in the fall semester. If they wanted to do that, that'd probably turn out a good photo. And then I did for my 3 shots, I did a statue outside Fullinger Auditorium, and those really, I think, kind of go unnoticed. They're men, just appear to be men. They're just in deep thought, they look like ancient Greeks or Romans or that kind of stuff. And I got some interesting shots there, just the different angles that you can see them thinking it. I got one just straight on, dead ahead. I got one where I'm crouched and I'm kind of more in his face, like right up on him. And then I got one from kind of a side tilt view. And I feel like those 3 images really best captured the image of the thinking man. Now, then there was audio, and I told you earlier for the portrait audio, we got my roommate Brad saying his favorite thing to do was play basketball. And then Ahmed's audio, I remember it, I don't have it for you guys, but he said just as long as he's with his buddies, he's having a good time. That's what he gave for his audio. Wish we had that, but you'll see the pictures of him in the gallery. Then there were sounds of nature, and I think it's been windy lately. Went out today. I've been working on the nature one a lot, but I got one today of just the wind. The wind was really howling today, February 19th, nice 63-degree day, but wind was really blowing, and I got the wind. And I got the dropping of mulch, just the mulch moving around on the ground. And I think that's nature because it brings you back to when you were a little kid and you were playing man on mulch at recess and the wind starts blowing and the mulch blows up in your face. Blows up in your face and gets in your eyes and whatnot. And I really thought that's a good quality audio recording that could really bring people back and get their attention again. Then there was the sounds of civilization. For that, I went out on Monday night, walked by Monday Night Joe's just as the night was starting to get going. Joe's not one of my favorite bars here, but you know, just capturing that lifestyle, capturing the everyday bar life, just being in line, the conversations, the people getting excited to go in. That's just something that's unnoticed, some of those conversations and sounds that we hear every day that we just don't really think about. And then lastly, for the thing that made noise, I did me and my roommate Brad's favorite Nintendo game, the start of it. NFL Blitz 2001 for Nintendo 64. You got the tapping of the controller to get the game going. You got the little sound effects when it gets started, and then you got the guy yelling, "Welcome to NFL Blitz 2001" when you're finally ready to get the game started there. So that about wraps up People, Places, and Things, that project. And I think it's good for my viewers to see because it really, again, shows them those unique settings on campus, those things that go overlooked, the things you want to see but might not get to see all the time. And the sounds like the mulch and just that nice wind today and the bar life, just things that the unnoticed that you really want to see. And things I really think I improved on, again, the pictures, making them bigger, that's obviously a key improvement. And then just taking, with my angle shots, I really thought I did well with the getting the statue at different angles. We had to do a little high-low angle for Project 1 experiment, as you remember for last time, but for this project I really felt I expanded on my abilities to do that with the different angles of the Thinking Man outside Follinger Auditorium. Things I think I could improve on, my portrait taking, and just not as getting that blur out of there, just becoming more thorough with the picture taking there. And then my audio, not losing an important recording, because next time it could be more important than this. It could be an actual interview that I will need, and I can't just replace with something like this. But I'm going to get better as time goes on, and with more practice and with mistakes like that, I'll keep learning and I'll keep doing well as I go along.